What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric, and today we're talking Journey. The tour continues, and the drama continues, and it's not just between Jonathan Cain and Neil Schon. Now Arnel Pineda is getting involved. Some of the tweets he's putting out is making it obvious there is big issues between him and probably Neil Schon, but something is going on behind closed doors to the point that he's tweeting stuff out, making it clear there is big issues going on. Not only that, but Arnel appeared at Mar-a-Lago, which is making everybody freak out and lose their minds on Twitter, thinking he must be a hardcore Donald Trump supporter. I have no idea and genuinely don't care, but I'm going to get into that. And the set list, by the way, has not gotten any better as Toto has joined the band. It is very stale. I'll check it out. Obviously, it's fine for the casual fan, but for the more hardcore fans, I want to get my thoughts on that. And also, we'll look at Neil Schon's Instagram to give some more clues as to what's going on and that there is big issues going on behind the scenes right now that Jonathan Cain and Arnel Pineda, I do not think are on his nice list. So let's jump into all of this. I want your thoughts down below. And here we have Arnel Pineda. This is his Twitter. We'll look at some of the tweets that he's put out here a couple of days ago. And with the band to sing the legacy. If some of them are tired of me being with them, with all means, they can fire me anytime. And don't lecture me about spiritual BS. Walk the talk. Whoa, they can fire me anytime. There is something going on right here to get to the point where he actually tweeted this out. If some of them are tired of me being with them, by all means, fire me anytime. And then later, all I know, I paid my dues, so stop reminding me where I came from, because it's in my heart every day. You just don't pay attention. I'm not a slave. I'm not a human being. Oh, excuse me. I'm not a slave. I am a human being like everyone else. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. That simple. I mean, I love Arnel. Awesome. I was so happy when they got him. I love Steve Audrey. I wanted to keep Audrey, but I know that his voice was giving out, so they had to do something about it. And how they find these people, I have no idea, because when I heard Arnel for the first time, I was just blown away. Wow. I mean, just an amazing, amazing singer, puts on a great show, and he was the right guy for the job. But now, I don't know, after this tour, if he's going to continue with the band. I don't know if Jonathan Cain's going to continue with the band. I don't know if the band's going to continue at all. Neil Schon, this is his Instagram. Here's a photograph. This is not long ago, part of this tour, and you can see there's Neil, there's Dean, there's Jason, there's Todd. This is wait, we're missing a couple guys. Yeah, they ain't part of it. Look at these guys, best friends in the world, right? Where's Arnel? Where's Jonathan Cain? Yeah, they ain't gonna be smiling with them right now. There is, and it's just not saying that this is absolute proof of anything, but obviously, when you have these four guys looking as happy as they are right here, and then the two guys who have been very vocally, it's not a secret that there's no lost love between these, between Neil Schon and Jonathan Cain, and probably between Neil Schon and Arnel. And so if they were here, that would be just weird. That'd be kind of surprising, right? And even when I watch some of the shows on YouTube right now, like Jonathan Cain looks like he's just going through the motions. He usually smiles a lot more and he's more into it. He's not, I see Neil's into it. And Arnel has to be into it. He's the front man, but Jonathan Cain kind of looks like he's just trying to get through this thing. So that's at least what I've noticed. I'll let you know when I actually go see the show. I'm trying to go to the April 19th show in Stockton. That's kind of the show that I'm targeting, but we'll see. And then you had Arnel right here, Journey lead singer Arnel Pineda, at a recent fundraiser at Mar-a-Lago. I'm not big into modern politics, so I know this is kind of a Trump-related spot. He has a place there. That's the place that they raided, but I'm not going to act like I know a whole lot. But all I know is Twitter has freaked out, and a lot of people now suddenly hate Arnel Pineda, because that's how it works with politics. I genuinely don't care who a musician supports politically, because I don't care, because it has no effect on the music, and I don't consider someone a bad person. I have friends who love Donald Trump. I have friends who hate Donald Trump. I have friends who like Joe Biden. I have friends who can't stand Joe Biden. I do not care. I genuinely do not care. If you're curious about me personally, I don't love any modern politician, to be honest. I don't really trust any of them. That's just me. So I'm not a left or I'm not right. You ask me about a particular issue, I can talk about that because some of my opinions might be one side, some of my opinions might be on another side. So I just take it issue by issue, and I genuinely don't care. Now, I don't think bands should. They can do whatever they want, but I don't know about them playing at like political events and stuff, but they do. Bon Jovi does it all the time. And guess what? It's for the left. Bon Jovi's hardcore Democrat. So they play at events like that. They played, I thought it was a totally cringe video when they played Here Comes the Sun, I think when Biden was elected. And maybe it was just John. I don't remember if it was John or if it was the entire band, but it's kind of cringe to me. And I would have said the same thing if they were playing for Trump or something. They would be like, dude, looks like he's just at an event in his personal time. I genuinely don't care. Of course, the comment section cares. Derek here, I just stopped believing. Well, I'm sure you did. Nice little pun there. There's Steve Perry. And of course, everyone's going to take this opportunity to insult him and talk about, Steve Perry's the real journey. Look, I'm not going to get back into that can of worms. Obviously, Steve Perry was the main, piece of the band that brought them into stardom. I mean, he came into the band, really helped them out. And then when he took over as, full-time frontman, that's when the band shot into stardom. So you got to give him credit for that. And obviously nowadays we jump into the set lists. All they play pretty much are Steve Perry songs. So good Lord, based on their set list, they're not even denying that Steve Perry's the man because all they do is play Steve Perry songs, or at least songs that he originally sang vocally, which is so frustrating because this band, this current incarnation of the band with Dean on drums, with Arnel on vocals, they've released 3 albums and going back 5-6 albums with Dean, going back to Audrey, and it's all ignored. Like it never happened. And they play one new song from Freedom on the Freedom Tour, Let It Rain. And other than that, this set list is the exact same, by and large, what we saw in Oklahoma. And now this one is in Allentown, Pennsylvania. The exact same set list, exact same songs. And then they played another set list in Virginia. Exact same set list. So boring. Nothing new. And I look at it and I'm like, if you ask me, dude, what songs are they going to take out? Are you kidding me? They don't have to play these Raised on Radio songs. I love that they play them occasionally. I love that they'll throw, a song from Raised on Radio like Girl Can't Help It or Be Good to Yourself, but they're staples every night. They don't have to play those every night. And they don't even play I'll Be All Right Without You, which I thought was it's my favorite song on Raised on Radio, where I thought it was even a bigger hit. I'm not sure technically on the top, 100 or whatever, but okay. Other than that, obviously there are songs like Escape. They don't have to play there. They could easily swap this one out. They can easily, Only the Young. They don't have to play that. It wasn't even on one of their albums. That was like on a soundtrack. I'm just saying. Honestly, Mother Fathers, it's cool that they have these in their catalog, but they don't have to play. There's plenty. So it's hard for me to believe like the promoters said, you guys can only play one new song. Other than that, you have to play all your 80s. It's like, well, that doesn't even make sense because some of these songs, like the casuals aren't going to know that much either. So it's just like, are you guys not proud of your last 4 albums, 5 albums, your last 3 albums that you guys actually put out as you are? It's hard to believe they wouldn't enjoy playing some of their new stuff. But another possibility someone mentioned in the comment section is that maybe they just can't rehearse because they hate each other so much that Jonathan Cain and Arnel and Neil don't want to be in the same room together. So they're not going to get in there because they would have to rehearse. So they just have to play the songs that they know that they can play in their sleep. And that's it. Because if they tried to play some other newer songs, they'd have to rehearse. They would have to, if they wanted to play something from 2011, Eclipse, or if they wanted to play something from their last album or something from Generations or whatever, or one of those songs, or even some of the new stuff from Freedom. Because remember, Freedom just came out. They learned the songs and they recorded them, and then, it was mixed, and the recording process is not exactly the band playing them like they would live. So they would still need to kind of rehearse. And maybe the only song they do know is Let It Rain. And so that's why they just play that one. And it's definitely a possibility they can't rehearse. And they can't rehearse anything else that they might be interested in playing. Anything from Trial by Fire. Obviously, this band can't play something from Trial by Fire just right off the top of their heads. Most of them weren't even in the band at that point. Yeah, and even if you say, hey, everyone learned this song on your own time, you still got to get together as a band. How's the song going to start? How are we going to end it? You know, little things like that. You have to rehearse. So that's a definitely strong possibility, and that they're just going through the motions. That's so sad. 50th anniversary, and you're going through the motions. 50th anniversary, not only nobody special coming on stage, Greg Raleigh, or some of the guys from the early days. No, they're not going to come back. Okay, that's one thing, but at least you're going to play some songs, right? You're going to play some songs from the first 3 albums, of a lifetime. Wouldn't that be so sweet? Coming out, and that bit will just, I wish I would say everyone would lose their minds, but they wouldn't, because 90% of people have never don't know the song. But there would be a audible, loud cheer from a minority of the fans in the audience who are the hardcore Journey fans, who as soon as they hear that riff, they know that's the very first song from the first album that Journey ever put out, and it would just be a really cool moment. But of course, they're never going to do that. So let me know what you guys think of what's going on with the set list, what's going on with Arnel, what's going on with Neil and John. Is this the last tour? Is this the farewell tour for Journey, or is they going to continue without Jonathan Cain? Is he going to get a new keyboard player, or is he going to have Jason jump over there and become the new, actual keyboardist, pianist? What's going to happen? I have no idea. Tell me. I don't know. Is he going to fire Arnel and go find another singer? Because we know that Neil is smart at good at finding singers. He'll jump online. He'll jump on YouTube. There are 500 Journey tribute bands. I used to be in a Journey tribute band. We had a dude who could sound just like Steve Perry. I mean, not literally, but very close. And you find tribute bands. You find someone. You try them out. You throw them up there. Journey just can, then they'll destroy his voice by touring like crazy, and then they'll find someone else all the way up until Neil Sean is too old to do it. So maybe that's what's going to happen. You guys let me know down in that comment section. Hit a thumbs up, hit a subscribe. Obviously, Neil, this is it. These guys are not really songwriters. I mean, they are songwriters, but they don't perform the songs. This is a jukebox, just reenactment, just turn on the CD and the greatest hits performance of Journey. That's all it is. That's fine. It's not what I would like, but that's what it is. Straight up. They're not like, artists create new songs, put out these albums, and then go and perform them. That's what I would prefer. It's just a rehash of the 80s, which I love the 80s. I freaking love the 80s. But come on. Come on. You guys have a great day. Hit the thumbs up, hit a subscribe, and we'll see you next time.